everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little fun reading vlog. I have a book that I am dying to read because I'm reading it for my book club that is happening August. What's the last Tuesday of August? Is it the 26th?
No idea.
I think it's the 26th is the last Tuesday of August, and I need to read a fantasy, but I have been in such a bad reading slump, and I'm not gonna lie, it's because of this book, which this was one of my highly anticipated books for this entire year. I've had this pre-ordered as soon as it became available because it is a Draco and Hermione fanfiction. Or the author wrote a very famous Hermione fanfiction, and this is subtly Hermione. And so I was thinking that this was going to be amazing, and I'm not saying it's not. But I have not been able to get through this, and this is shocking because it's been out for over a month, and I thought I was going to finish this in 1 or 2 sittings. But I'm still giving it a chance. Anyway, I bring this up to say that I need to read something fun and easy so I can get in a quick reading sprint or a reading mood so I can read my book club book. So that's what this video is. You guys will like it. I have already decided what book I'm going to be reading to jumpstart my reading mood. That is why we're in front of my TBR shelf, and it's actually right behind me so you guys can't see it. But can you guys guess what books? We're reading Heartstopper. I have it down here. I actually got the first 4 volumes at a garage sale for $15, which one book is $15. So to get all 4, I think that's pretty good. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. We're gonna start with volume 1. It's just, are they all just called, I think they're all just called Heartstopper. So this is the first one. I'm very excited. I have read graphic novels in the past, I've read Lore Olympus. Honestly, that might be the only graphic novel I've ever read. I was reading that on Webtoon, so this feels like my first official graphic novel, at least physically, and I've heard such good things about this, and I think it'll be exactly what I need, and also, once I read it, I can watch the show, which is really exciting. So we're going to take these and we're going to go read. We're just going to take this one for now. We'll see if I want to read the other ones depending on how long this is. I feel like they're going to be really quick. So let's get to reading.
Whoa.
I'm 95 pages in.
You're fast.
Curious if the comics is this blue color because it matches this. As I go on, the coloring is gonna be matching the front. Do you see that?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm curious. I'm already flying through this book. Obviously, I kind of expected that because it is a graphic novel. So I'm probably assuming we're gonna be reading the second one in this video. And I'll have to see if that style choice is the same. I'm back and I'm here to talk about the first 4 books because in the last hour and 45 minutes I have finished all the books that I have, and I went ahead and ordered the 5th book of the series just so I can finish out what is published. But oh my gosh, I love these. This is a 5-star series. Wow, I can't get over it. I'm so glad I bought these at the garage sale because I wanted to read them and I've also wanted to watch the show for so long, but I haven't picked it up. And so getting all 4 of these books for $15 is such a good deal. So I'm so excited and I'm so obsessed. It's very cute, but it also touches on really important things just high schoolers go through. I mean, bullying, and then you also have the added level of them being gay, and so getting outed and things like that. Also just mental health, eating disorders, self-harm. I feel like Alice Osman touches on all those subjects very delicately, which I think is really nice in a young adult graphic novel. And I just think, I think Nick and Charlie are like the cutest couple ever. You have this rugby player and then a nerd. And I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard of this series before. It's been so popular for so long. But yeah, I can't get over it. It's so cute. Like, look at them. Oh, I definitely really, I'm trying to figure out which one's my favorite. I really liked the Paris one, the 3rd volume. They go on a trip to Paris. I think it's cool seeing their relationship evolve, surrounded in a like different atmosphere, but also different people. And I just feel like they came into themselves really well. And then the 4th one was also, I love how the art has evolved, and I loved like this scene right here. Just the 2 of them are so sweet. But I'm like, this video was supposed to be longer, and I only have like 3 clips, and I've already finished 4 books. So I don't really know what to do, because I'm like, am I in a fantasy mood right now? I'm not sure. Do I try to start my book club book? I don't know. I'm not sure. He's playing his video game.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
You're waiting on me or not?
I was showing you. Just so you know. Yeah. That's the update for now. I don't know what I'm gonna do book-wise, but I feel like I had to tell you guys about this series because I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. It's so cute. And I'm glad this is like technically not my first graphic novel, but it kind of feels like it is. I don't know. I loved it. You guys should read it. I recommend 100%. I'm gonna go put these on my bookshelf since I've read them, and now I can move them off of my TBR, which actually today I counted how many books I have on my physical TBR, and it was 94. So since I've read 94 books, yeah. Since I've read 4 books, now I only have 90. That's pretty good. It's still a lot of books though, but small steps. Reading these has almost got me caught up to my reading goal. I am still 2 books behind, but hopefully in this vlog we can get myself back to being caught up. It's not gonna happen. Okay. Hey guys, okay, I'm back. Lennon and I just meal prepped a little bit. I ate a peach and I'm feeling pretty good. I am gonna try to start Immortal Longings. This is the book for my book club, my cocktail book club. And I needed to start it. I think it's 7:40 right now, which is crazy. It's already been 40 minutes since I talked to you guys, and it really hasn't felt that long. But I think I'm gonna set a timer for like 20 minutes and try to get myself into it. And at 20 minutes, if I'm not entranced, I will probably stop reading for tonight. But if I'm feeling good, I'll of course continue reading. But I just wanted to tell you guys the game plan as of now. Our house is like, our apartment, the lighting looks so cool. Our blinds are shut, but the lighting is just so pretty. I love it. And then London's over there. He's listening to something. And he's making ramen for dinner.
What did you say about me?
I said, you're making ramen for dinner.
With the hard-boiled egg.
The hard-boiled egg.
Yeah, I can't make it poached because I don't know how to do that.
You crack it into the boiling water.
I'd say make a poached egg?
Yeah. I have no idea what this is about. This was Major's book club pick, and again, I've actually never read anything from Chloe Gong, but I've heard really great things. She did These Violent Delights. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I think it's something like These Violent Delights or Violent Delights, and it was a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. And then this is another series. It's called The Flesh and False Gods. I think it might be a duology. I'm not sure. I'm thinking if I enjoy this book, I'll probably get the second one. But Oh, this one is also inspired by a Shakespeare play. It's based on Antony and Cleopatra, which I have never read that. I have no knowledge of what Antony and Cleopatra is. So this will be pretty interesting. But yeah, it says, in the overcrowded cities of Saint-Cyr, where some possess the ability to jump between bodies, the palace kicks off its annual games to great anticipation. Be the last survivor in a battle to the death and win unimaginable riches. Princess Kala has spent 5 years in hiding. This year she finally emerges for the contest, and for her the real prize is an elusive meeting with King Kasa, whose head she plans to take. Anton Makusa's first love lies in a coma, and he's deep in debt keeping her alive. Luckily, he's one of the best jumpers in the kingdom. He is so desperate to win the games to save her. When Kala and Anton form an uneasy alliance, victory is within reach, but as their mutual attraction tangles them deeper, Kala must decide what she's playing for, her lover or her kingdom. Interesting. And it, of course, starts with an excerpt from Antony and Cleopatra. So, I'm intrigued. Color me intrigued. Okay, it is now Sunday when I'm vlogging, and London actually just left for work. I actually have read a good amount today. I wasn't vlogging at all, which honestly I should have been because I was listening to the audiobook for a little bit. I actually ended up making cookies, banana bread, we cleaned the house. We did go to church earlier this morning, and then we just got back from our C group. But like we left a little bit early. It was just a dinner. We had some chicken sandwiches. Were so yummy. But yeah, now we're just hanging out, and I have the house to myself, which London and I feel like this past weekend we got to hang out together so much, which I know that sounds weird that I'm saying that normally doesn't happen, but usually our weekends are just pretty full, or London's working at Walgreens, or you know, we're just doing things. So it was honestly really nice, and I am so glad that I decided to start filming this video because this book is actually so good. I will say it's not like my favorite thing. It's not my favorite book, but I do find it very, very interesting. I'm at the point where I don't know, depending on how it ends, I will read the second book, or depending how it ends, I won't read the second book, which I guess that's how all books are. But like, I tend to be a person where if I start a series, I see it through even if I don't want to read it. But for this one, I feel like pretty, like I could go either way. But so far so good. Again, I'm intrigued. I think Kala is a very interesting character. I will say I don't feel a strong pull towards either one of the characters, and with that I don't really feel like I see where the romance is going, and I have my ideas of how this book is going to conclude, which we'll see what happens. But the tension isn't like crazy. This book is a lot different than the book that we read for our book club last month. Just a lot less romance. It's definitely more focused on the fantasy, more focused on the political system that is at play. I also really like the fantastical element of the body jumping. I think that's very interesting. And I also think it's interesting that Kala, which this isn't said on the back, but I wouldn't say it's a spoiler, she does not jump. Like, she chooses to stay in her birth body. And I think it's like slowly being revealed why she chooses to do that, and when like she has the power to do that, but why she doesn't. And I think that's really interesting to think about how you can just like jump into people's bodies to use them essentially. So I'm really intrigued to see where that goes. I also, this cover, there's been a mention of like crescent. Oh, they're called something. It's basically like a society within this universe, and they're called Crescent something. And I'm assuming that like I'm just now putting it together as I'm looking at it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to read for a little bit. I'm really wanting to watch Wednesday. I just like randomly had I saw an edit of Tyler and Wednesday, also known as Wyler, and guys, I'm sorry, I am a fan of them. I think that the writers could do something really interesting with Tyler Galpin's character, and I'm praying that they do it. I'm praying that we see romance in part 2. I'm on the 2nd season, and I'm watching the 3rd episode, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely going to be finishing. I'm probably going to watch the 4th episode tomorrow, which means I'm gonna have to wait like over 2 weeks to get the last 4 episodes, and then who knows how long it's gonna take for the next season to come out. But anyway, that's been my current hyperfixation. Like, I have never felt this way about a ship. Like, I've never felt so invested in 2 characters in a TV show. It's insane. I'm bringing this up because I want to read for a little bit, and then I'm gonna watch that probably before bed. So I say I'll probably read for like an hour and a half. I also don't know if I'm gonna listen or if I want to like actually physically read. So I think I'm gonna listen right now.
Surrounded by opulence and molded into the image of power. The servant's hands close in on her shoulders. She presses down, ripping at skin that's already been rubbed raw.
Guys, I just finished this book, and why was this so good? Okay, this turned out to be so good, and I can't believe I literally started this reading vlog just to read this book because I was having such a hard time picking it up. And of course, when I finally like give myself the time to actually get into it, it's amazing. Chapter 29, I was not expecting it. I won't lie, I was anticipating the kind of twist at the end. I can't say much because it is like literally the last line, big reveal. But yeah, this was really good. I am intrigued of what or how this is going to be resolved. I don't know if I want to continue the series. I probably will eventually. I really want my husband to read this because I think he's gonna like this. It just seems very familiar to like The Hunger Games, Light Lark, Red Rising. And when I say it compares to those things, it's basically there's an interesting political system that the wealthy and the rich are, that's literally the same thing. The wealthy and the powerful are benefiting while everyone else is just kind of trying to survive. So that's kind of like the atmosphere. And then there's the one character who's like, I'm going to change this. And then they proceed to enter into a game so that they can do that. So that's why I say it's similar to those books, but I did really enjoy it. I thought it was really good. I think I'm going to rate it 4.5 stars. And if you are someone in my book club, because I'm going to be posting this the day before my book club, please ignore that. Pretend you didn't hear this. Hopefully you're watching this after we've had our book club, just because we like to reveal our thoughts and ratings at book club. But anyway, yeah, I'm so glad I read it. I am going to continue this vlog because literally there hasn't been that many clips. It is almost 8 right now. I ate a peach for a little bit of a snack while I was reading this. But I'm going to shower, I'm going to get ready for bed, and then I'm going to watch Wednesday. So I don't think I'm going to be reading anymore. I think what the smart thing to do would be for the rest of this vlog is to finish my book that I'm currently reading that I talked about earlier in this video. I'm gonna go grab it. I feel like I should go ahead and read The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. Hopefully I can get into it now that I'm kind of in a reading mood. I'm almost halfway through, so I don't have that much left. Again, like I said, it's been a harder book for me to get into for some reason. I'm not sure why. But this is going to be our next read for sure. But yeah, I'm so glad I read this, and I will talk to you guys whenever I'm reading next. So, bye. Hey everyone, I guess this is just like my spot. just got ready for work and I'm trying out a new hairstyle where I have like 4 clips. So hopefully it looks okay. I feel like I'm giving forehead, but it's fine because I need to wash my hair. So this is me trying to kind of make my hair last. But anyway, that is not what this video is about. I did not vlog at all yesterday, and so I wanted to come on here and talk about books because I finished 2 books yesterday. I ended up finishing Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. I rated it 3.75 stars. I thought it was good. I thought this was going to be a 5-star read, and it wasn't. I feel like the later half was way better than the first half, and I like slow burns. I like the buildup, but something about it just wasn't, I don't know how to explain it. Again, the later half felt true to what I read from this author before with Draco Malfoy and the mortifying ordeal of falling in love. This felt like the latter half of it felt very reminiscent. The tension, the little remarks saying like, my Halen and things like this or things like that, where I'm like, oh my gosh, he is falling, Osric is falling for Arin. I think that's how you say her name. Their names are honestly really confusing. I was just pronouncing things in my head, but I have no idea if I was saying it right. Her name is Orion, and then his name is Osric. His name is much easier to say. But I will definitely be reading the second book whenever that comes out. I'm hoping it'll come out in 2026. I hope it's already written. I really hope so, just because I would like to finish up this series because it's very exciting. And then I also in the mail got Heartstopper Volume 5, and I read this in like 20 to 30 minutes. I finished this, and I'm honestly so sad because I want Volume 6. Like, I want it so bad, but I've already finished it, so it's fine. But it was so good. I think this was my favorite, or Volume 3 was my favorite. And I think these are still considered YA. This felt a little bit more adult-esque just because they're encountering new things with each other, and so it's a little bit more, but I'm assuming Volume 6 will have Charlie in his last year, and then Nick at college or uni is what I'm assuming, and so I'm really interested to see how that is. But yeah, I really like this. I am honestly curious about her other graphic novel that is about Charlie's older sister. I think that would be kind of fun to read. I also really like this because we got a little glimpse of her novels. Or not her novels, but they're novels, where she shows like the timeline of things. So I really liked this. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm excited. I dedicated a whole shelf on the bookshelf to this series. I'll actually show you. Here it is so far. I don't know why Volume 5 is like so very slightly bigger than these. Not sure. But we'll definitely have room for Volume 6. And then I put this little heart cactus that Lennon got me. It's so cute. I'm obsessed with him. Hi everyone. Welcome back. Long time no chat. It is Saturday. I didn't really vlog much. Like, I honestly don't remember the last time I talked to you guys. But I have actually read, surprisingly, a lot of books. I don't even know the last time I talked to you guys. I know that I was filming when I was reading the Heartstopper series. I ended up finishing all 5 books, all 5 stars. And then I think I talked to you guys briefly about Immortal Longings, which was honestly such a good book. And I'm just realizing I read another one and I need to go grab it. I'm pretty sure I talked to you guys in depth about this series. I don't have the Heartstopper series anymore because I lent it to Anna because I think she would like it a lot. But then I believe the last time I talked to you guys, I was reading The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy. I ended up rating this 3.5 stars, 3 stars. I know I definitely had predicted that this book was going to be 5 stars, and it just didn't end up being that, unfortunately, which is fine. I wish it would have lived up to the hype that I had it in my head, but I will be reading the second book. And honestly, now I'm getting deja vu that maybe I did already talk about this book with you, but just in the case that I didn't. Oh, I guess I ended up rating it 4 stars. 3.75 is what I said in my description, which I feel is pretty accurate. It didn't quite feel like a 4-star. I do remember it feeling, I got a 4-star feeling towards the end, which was just unfortunate because I wanted to feel that the entire time. I wanted a 5-star feeling, but alas, it was not. And then, randomly, after I finished the 5th Heartstopper book, I wanted to read The Love Hypothesis again so bad. I actually read this the month that it came out, so almost 4 years ago I read this. And I have been seeing a lot of hype about it surrounding this book due to Lily Reinhart like posting all her promotional TikToks about the filming of this movie, which I will be seated, wherever that's coming out, I will be seated watching it. I'm so excited. But yeah, this was 5 stars. I loved it 4 years ago. I still love it to this day. I think Olive and Adam were such awesome characters. And yeah, I'm just so excited to see this on the big screen. I was also excited because I had the ability to read the bonus chapter. Because the first time I read this, I actually had a Book of the Month subscription box, and I read it September of 2021, and I believe my friend Anna has that book now because I didn't want it in hardcover, which is why I now have it in paperback. But yeah, 5 stars. This was such a quick read. I wanted something that was quick and that I knew I was gonna like, and a little bit of a romance, because after that, I randomly read, I think this is a novella. I'm pretty sure it classifies as a novella. If not, it's a novel. I don't know. But it is Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. I ended up rating this 4 stars. I do think it would have been a 5-star if I had read it in December or January, because it is a Christmas novella or novel, which I didn't know that because it's in the description. It does say leading up to Christmas, this man discovers something that's going on. I thought the story was really, really interesting. It was a 2-hour audiobook. I did listen to it while I was at work, just while I was doing like some mindless things, and I was really, really happy with it. And I would recommend it, and maybe I'll reread it in the next few years around Christmas. But 4 stars, not bad at all. It was a fun experience. And then the latest book that I read, I actually finished it today, was Deep Cuts by Holly Brickley. I have heard so many good things about this book, which unfortunately it did not live up to the hype. I rated this a 2.75, 2.5 to 2.75, somewhere in between. It just didn't, I don't know how to explain it. I think the characters were uninteresting to me. They were boring, and they didn't have much of a character arc. Like, I think if I hadn't liked them as much at the beginning, but then towards the end I liked them a whole bunch more, that would have been a different reading experience. But there was no growth from the beginning Percy and Joe to the end of Percy and Joe, except that their relationship with one another had evolved. But like just in the last chapter that had happened, and honestly it didn't make sense to me. It's like a soulmate thing that I think that Holly Brickley was trying to do, and I just didn't understand it, because to me I was like, well, just why? Just like get over each other and move on with your lives, because you clearly don't love each other for real, because you're treating each other like this. So yeah, it didn't live up to what I had wanted it to be, but that's fine. It was just neutral. That's how I feel. But I did want to update you guys, because I think I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog. I don't even know how many books we read in this video. I think it was a lot. This was a great video. The whole point of this was so I would read Immortal Longings, and not only did I read that, I read like 9 other books, honestly. Let's count how many books I read. I read Heartstopper Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and Volume 5. And then I read Immortal Longings, The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy, The Love Hypothesis, Small Things Like These, and then Deep Cuts. I read 10 books this week. Lennon. Yeah. I read 10 books in 7 days.
That's crazy.
From Sunday to Saturday.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's insane. I will say 5 of those were graphic novels, so that is why. What?
20 minutes each.
Yeah, exactly. That is why it's so high. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you are reading. I'm gonna be doing a September TBR most likely. I've been more of a mood reader recently, which makes TBRs a little hard to stick to, but I know there are several books that I do need to read in September, so look out for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love. Bye, guys.